Hi, welcome to the Gear Garage. My name is Zach. This is my cute little internet show about whitewater stuff. And in this episode, I want to talk about the WWTC throw bags. I love these throw bags. They're amazing waist belt throw bags that I'm really excited to share with you. Now, they're made in Europe, and you can't even buy them in the US, so you have to order them through the WWT website. I'll put a link down in the show notes directly and have them shipped from Europe. So they're not cheap, right? They're not going to be inexpensive. They're going to be a little bit expensive. But if you have the money, I think they're worth it. I really want to show you why I love this throwback so much. So it's intended as a waist belt throwback. See, it's on my waist right now. You have a buckle in the back, so you can get it out pretty easily. So if you're into waist belt throwbacks, I think this is a standard. Personally, I'm trying to personally wear them more, so I have quick access to a throw bag. But you could also put this around a thwart. So if you're rafting, instead of having, historically, you put a cam strap around the thwart and then have our dangly throw bag dangling from that cam strap and it's flying all over the place. This is a much better way to go. Just take this strap it around the thwart itself, and it's rigidly on there. It's not a potential entrapment, and it will come off really easy by either undoing the buckle or just pulling the throw bag out like this. Oops, like this. Ready to go. And you can put it back in really easy if you want to. So if you're doing a scout, you can grab and pull it and have it in your hand really easy. Now this is a throw bag that follows the clean line principle. The downside is there's no clip on the outside to clip it onto quickly onto something or put it in your kayak. So I wouldn't take this kayaking personally. I might take it, but it's not intended to be clipped onto something or clipped in the back of a kayak. It's really intended to be used in conjunction with this. So again, whether it's as a waist belt or around a thwart or something else, that's the way to go. The bag itself is perfect. This includes and I'm a connoisseur of throw bags. I'm a critic of throw bags. If you watch previous episodes, I have nothing bad to say about this bag at all, especially for rafting. First of all, there's some modern design things they've done that I think all throwbacks should have. First thing is the right here where the rope attaches is hidden. So you couldn't even get your finger stuck in there because the Velcro here covers it. And the beautiful thing, that's here, but it's really intended to be used like this, where one of your carabiners is ready to go. I would say, personally, more than 50% of my throwback tosses have been to somebody on a boat who needs to quickly attach it to the raft. And sometimes they grab the throw bag and then they have to fiddle around for their carabiner with them, where they don't have one and we have to get them one. So having a throw bag or a carabiner ready to go for a quick clip to a D-ring or whatever is really nice. Now you're probably thinking, well, they're going to get somebody gets thrown this. Sorry, I'm mumbling. You're probably thinking, I'm super excited about the throw bag, so I'm talking a little bit fast. If you're tossing this at somebody, the throw bag might hit them in the head and hurt them. The thing is, that's been thought of. This is a padded case, so when the carabiner's in there, it's ready to go with padding on it. So you could get hit in the head, you're not going to feel a metal thing up against your head. So I love this design so much. On the top, or talk about the bag really fast, it has this reflective thing, so if you needed to reflect off of a flashlight to reflect off of it or whatever, this doesn't hurt for sure. If you're doing night rescues, there's these little things right here to put a glow stick, which I don't ever do night rescues, but maybe someday I will. The NRS Pro throw bag has the same thing, so I think it's a standard for swiftwater rescue people or advanced people to think about night rescues, so that's ready to go. The bag is it's a nice material. It's just supple, it feels good. It doesn't have mesh. I feel like everybody thinks their throw bags need to have mesh to dry. It turns out they can dry in this bag too without having the mesh. So I feel if you look at old bags, especially these NRS bags, the mesh is where they wear out. And so I'd rather have the bag last longer than have maybe the rope dry faster. There's other ways you can dry the rope. It can dry through the material, or you can just open up the top when you get home, or just put it somewhere really warm, and it definitely will dry. But I've always wondered why they have to always have the mesh. I don't think it's that important. To open it, it's really easy. It has this Velcro closure. On its own, the Velcro closure may not stay closed all the time. It's not 100% great. But again, when used in conjunction with the waist belt, this goes over the top and kind of locks into place. So the Velcro closure is easy, it's simple. And I don't think it would come undone because it's so long. But anyway, that's maybe a slight weakness. But it opens up to a nice wide mouth, which I think is really important. One, when you go to throw it, it just zings out of here really nicely the way it's built. But two, when you go to put the throw bag back in, which a lot of us, you know, that's the thing about throwing throw bags, you gotta stuff them again. It's really easy to stuff with this big wide mouth. I love this big opening. It's such a simple solution for throw bags, and I think it's great. So I think that the way this is designed is beautiful. The bag itself, to me, is perfect. Let's talk about the rope. This is 8mm rope, which I believe is 5/16 inch. I'm starting to believe this is the best size for throw bags because you want a rope that's thin enough so it's not heavy, where you can throw the length of the bag, right? You want to be accurate. The heavier the bag is, the harder it is to be accurate. So throwing this big, heavy rescue rope is harder to do accurately than this thinner rope. And so I think 8mm is a good diameter for throwing. The guy who built this bag, he's put a lot of research. I guess this rope is specifically designed. I don't know the details. I don't want to get into geeky rope stuff, but it's strong. It's good rope. But for me, when I think about rope for rescues or for just throw bags, I want it to feel good in my hands. I want it to be supple, easy to grab, and this is really nice rope for grabbing. To me, that the rope being easy to grab is more important than the strength, right? We don't typically use our throw bags for hauling systems, for 3-to-1s and 2-to-1s and like massive loads. We do sometimes occasionally, but I feel pretty strongly personally that the throw bag should be a lighter rope. You can get to somebody quickly, you can throw it really far to something stuck, and then use this to get over a larger static line. And static lines are better for rescue for a lot of reasons. Probably one of the biggest is they're longer, right? A throw bag isn't quite enough rope to do some mechanical advantage systems. So enough about the rope. I think he made just great choices. It's colorful, again, supple. It's a nice feel. This one is 20 meters, which is 60-some feet. I've always thought 75 feet is the correct length for throw bags, but it's up to you, and I think that this is a fine length. He makes these in different lengths, so if you want a longer rope, he has those. If you want a thicker rope, he has those. It just means they come in bigger bags, which are bulkier to wear, and also, again, harder to throw. So enough about that. I think these choices are really nice. And if I didn't mention earlier, the color red, it's just smart. It's visible. So again, I think that right now this is the gold standard for throw bags. There were the Super Guide throw bags. Many of you know about that. I really liked. Had a lot of these similar features, but it sounds like Super Guide isn't making them anymore, maybe, and not responding to people who have bought them. So I don't know the exact story, but he may not be making throw bags anymore. So this, I think, but even with the Super Guide throw bag, I think this one is even better. So that's my unbiased opinion. I bought 4 of them, had them ship them over from Europe. That's how excited I am about them for use, you know, on our trips and for me to play with in private boating and all that kind of stuff, and have for doing rescue things. So that's my quick thoughts about this WWTC throw bag. I'll put a link to the website. You can check it out in the show notes below. And as always, if you have questions about this, please ask me. I might have forgot to mention something, or if you have comments, you know, things to add, if you've used it and you want to say, yeah, double thumbs up, cool. I'd love to hear about it. I can't imagine anybody saying anything negative about it. But if you have something negative to say, I'd love to hear it. I just think that this bag is by far the best thing out there right now. So anyway, that's this episode of Gear Garage. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.